Welcome back to Coach Cameron's podcast. It is Friday, wonderful Friday. I'm here with my son Jack. We are going to do weights. Got up at 4:30 in the morning. Couldn't get out of the house till like 5:05 because my son is a weak little human being, but he's working on it, becoming a female warrior. But we'll see how it goes. Today's topic is about the difference between male and female fouls. What is the difference? I'll tell you the difference. When women play the game, or girls, for some reason it's okay for them to go full speed into the back of their spine. It's not a foul. It's a foul in the men's game, but in the women's game it's not. You're allowed to kill each other. I don't even know what a foul is in the women's game. No one does. It's just a bunch of car crashes going on. It's just so violent. And you wonder why ACL and concussions are through the roof. I think it's been accepted. I don't know. You get all these referees that just hate women or whatever, and they're like, let's make them a train wreck and allow them to destroy themselves. And the women are crazy too. I think the game is just so ugly technically on the women's side that they just allow it. They're like, all right, just let them play because we'll just call a foul every 2 seconds because everything's a foul. But it is different and interesting to watch females just violently just go through each other. And the coaches say it. It's like, go through her. It's kind of what they do. I just don't get it. I don't do that at all. I say, stay out of it. I don't like seeing car crashes every moment, but it would just be nice if some coaches would teach some technical things about how to avoid making contact with another human being and still be able to get the ball and still win. You could literally just feint at another human being and they'll flinch and then you take the ball. And you think I'm crazy with what I'm talking about. I'm not. It's exactly what you should do. I mean, you just got to create a violent whip with your body and your head or gesture in some capacity, like you're going to go into them like a freight train, and you don't, and then you take the ball. I thought soccer was all about it's shoulder to shoulder. No, that was shoulder to the cervical spine, and now they can't walk anymore ever again. And the referee pulls their hands up and says, play on. It's not a foul. Of course, that happens in the men's game too, but it's more prevalent on the women's. Don't believe me? Watch the game. Women's soccer or female soccer, is just so violent. Don't like watching it because I don't like watching people get hurt repeatedly. It's scary. So, and why? What's up with the lack of technique? I'm going to talk about that too. That was going to be another podcast. I want to make it this podcast. Why is it that there's so many players on the girls' side of the game that they strike and trap the ball in front of their plant foot? Why is that? Why do you strike the ball behind you or in front of your plant foot? That looks weird. Does anyone not know that that's weird? You shouldn't have your foot in front of your plant foot ever. I mean, when you make initial contact. I get it on a follow through, but even then, stop following through like that. It's crazy. It's bad technique. It's nothing I want to watch. Makes me violently ill. I was coaching my girls team yesterday, and I was talking about that. I'm like, it makes me want to throw up. I've been saying that from the startup of my podcast. I think that was like my 10th episode. What makes me violently ill is players that strike the ball or make contact with the ball in front of their plant foot. Flipping weird. It's dangerous. Your ACL is going to blow off. You know, doing a front lunge to make contact with the ball is weird and not right and gross and makes me sick. like traffic makes me sick. Right, Jack? Yeah. Traffic makes me sick. I just want to be on time. I always leave work or leave home to get to work at like 4:30. I don't leave any later than 4:30 because I refuse to be late. And then I'll get to work at 5. It's 5:34, and I'm not gonna get there till like 5:45, which is unacceptable. But now I'm like at the end of finals and everything, so there's no school. So I'm gonna have a record low number of college kids show up today. I know it. Why? Because I know humans. Humans are weak. They're disgustingly weak, and they'll find any way to avoid the pain of life of getting up in the cold to go lift weights. They just avoid it like death because they're weak. And I'll have a record low number today because I've a bunch of players that are just weak because they don't have school. They don't have to get up, so they're not going to get up. I almost guarantee it because I know the tendencies of man. Men are made to be female warriors, but they just don't follow through for that. They stay up all night, and then I already got excuses like, "Oh, coach, I just got home from work with my dad." Shut up. I don't need the lie. No one's working 2, 3, 4 in the morning. Well, that's not true, but they make up crap. If they really, really wanted to be, successful in life, they would say, "Sorry, Father, I'm not going to work with you, whatever you do in the middle of the night, because it sounds like drug dealing. I'm going to stay back, get some sleep so I can go lift weights with Coach Cameron, because I'm trying to be a female warrior." But not happening. No, Dad, I'll work. I want to work. I want to stay up all night. What really happened was they were smoking doobies, getting high as a kite, drinking that vodka, celebrating their end of semester with their unbelievable 1.85 GPA, and they're done. Woo, we're partying. We're taking a break. But that's what humans do. They want breaks, right? Always looking for an excuse not to work hard. Me, on the other hand, I'm gonna go freeze myself in a cold plunge because I like pain of life. Of course, I don't like pain of life, but I don't want to. I don't want to be a weak human being. Doesn't require you to. I don't know. I don't know where this podcast is going. It's Friday. That's wonderful. It is Friday. Jack, you have a game tomorrow? All right, sweet. All right, this is Coach Cameron's podcast on this one-take wonder down the I-10 full of traffic because I didn't leave early enough podcast, and I'm out. Goodbye.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.